Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. So today is Sunday Fun Day, April the 18th, 2021. And today I'm going to be seeding down this strip out at my place, which is going to be seeded into oats as a parent crop to alfalfa. So as you guys will remember, we used the Kuhn seed drill last year to actually put in alfalfa on the strip, on the other half of this strip. But the reason we're putting this one in to oats and alfalfa is because this strip and that strip were seeded down in 2012. And I think that's when one of them, like my earliest videos. And we were out here harvesting the oats off it. So obviously by now, after this many years, the grass is not yielding quite as well as it could be. So it's come time to tear that up and reseed this. So this isn't going to be getting torn up quite yet, but we are going to be seeding down this to oats this year so that we can get it into alfalfa. So we've got oats and alfalfa over at the farm. The Kuhn 9400 NT no-till seed drill is hooked up to the 7600. We're gonna take that down to the garage, load it up with oats and alfalfa, unless Travis has already done that. He was the last one to use it. He took it out and he seeded down a bunch of the waterways all around our different farms and places that we needed waterways put in. So he's done a large portion of that, and we're going to be doing this yet, and we may be doing another field down at the valley, but we'll have to wait and see what comes of that. So for now, we're going to head over to the farm. We're going to put the oats and alfalfa in the seed drill. We are going to calibrate it, and I'm going to come out here and seed this down. So what do you say we get started? Here's some of our alfalfa seed. Here is some of our soybean seed. I'm gonna put these bags on the seed drill and just take it down, and then I'll load it up down below. The scale and everything that I need to calibrate it is down in the lower garage, so we'll just take these down there, and then I can put them, distribute them how I need. Make sure that I don't put too many in the left or right hopper. This is just the oats that I need to put in, and we should be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the alfalfa seed in now, and then I'm gonna throw these on and throw them in. We're only using the front hopper on the seed drill because we're only putting in one mix of crop. So we have alfalfa and then oats in the rear hopper, which is like the furthest back. There's actually two different hoppers on the seed drill that you can use for seed or fertilizer.
Lucy. Lucy. Hey, sweetie. Hi. Lucy. Hi.
That's all the alfalfa seed I'm going to put in for now. I've got one extra bag over there just in case I need it for the very end. You don't want to open up every single bag and fill it up as full as you possibly can, because if you can return a bag, then that's just money that you save in the long run. So I still need to calibrate this, but I'm going to close it for now so that I can get the oats loaded up. As you guys can see, we do have the hopper pushed to the front, so therefore we aren't using this back section, and we can hold more seed that way, but we're not really doing enough today to have to justify overfilling it. So we've got our handy dandy handle down there. Now I'm going to be pulling up the Kuhn Seed Set app, and we're going to set up the oats calibration first. I gotta go grab the tray, put the tray underneath the meters here. So this takes 2 hands. Now that we've got the tray in there, I can go ahead and run the meters with this handle. So what I'm doing is I'm getting all the old seed out since we were recalibrating this from previous seed. So I want to make sure that I get all that old seed out and we can start a calibration fresh, because if we don't run it out first, you're not going to have a correct calibration weight. So that's not what we're planning there. Now we're starting to get oats through. Now we can go ahead and pull up the Seed Set app, and it'll tell us where we need to set all of our gauges and where we need to put the meters to get the approximate correct calibration for what we're trying to aim for our bushels per acre, or for our weight per acre that we're putting out there. So what we're going to be doing for the oats is probably 20 pounds to the acre. We don't want to go too high because we're just using it as a parent crop. The alfalfa we're also going pretty high on, and we're going to aim for around 28 to 30. I wasn't too crazy about how much alfalfa I had out in the field. So Dad decided that he wants to go even higher yet. I think I only put down 15 to 20 last year. I want to say it was 15. And I think that by going higher, we'll have a better stand out there come next year. You can go ahead and pull this tray out, get rid of the seed. We've got a clean tray in there, so we can go ahead and pull up the Seed Set app and find out where we need to put all of our settings. All right, so we pull up the Seed Set app. Drill type 9400 NT, working width 10 foot, number of rows 16. Seed type, this is important. So we're doing oats. We want to have a seed rate of about 20. So we're going to go ahead and hit OK. Now our variator needs to be set to 40. Metering unit, which is on the other side, needs to be set to 14. And our metering outlet needs to be set to 1. So the outlets are over here. You can see that it's already set to 1. Now the variator for the front hopper is on this side. It's set for 50. We need to take it back to 40. So we'll go ahead and loosen this knob here. Pull that back to about 40 or so. Oh, too far. There we go. Okay. This is the metering outlet here. You can see the label has numbers written on it. Looks like it's set for 12. So we're gonna run it back the other way. We can go ahead and lock that in place. There we go. Now's the fun part. So I can look at this formula and figure out how many times I want to crank it. If I'm in a rush, I can do it 16.5 times. If you're making it look a little bit more accurate, you can bring it up to 41 or as much as 83 turns. So I'm probably going to do 41.25 right down the middle. And then I can take my weight and multiply it by 20 to figure out what I'm going to be putting down on each acre. So let's go ahead and start turning it 41 times. Starting at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 41.25. So now I'm going to carefully remove this and dump it into a bowl, set it on a scale, and I'm going to be able to figure out my measurements here. Let's go weigh our seed. Measuring in ounces. 29.15. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this out and then measure the bowl. I should have that written down, but I don't. All right. 29.15 minus 11.5. 17.65 ounces of seed. So we're going to take that 17.65 into the seed set app. We're going to optimize it. Weight of seeds in pounds. Hey Siri, what's 17.65 ounces in pounds?
17.65 ounces is 1.1 pounds.
So put 1.1, hit optimize. We need to change the metering setting from 12 to 13, and the variator needs to be put to 40. And then we can do this all over again, make sure that we're hitting our target weight, and go from there. So right now we're at 1.1 pound. If I multiply that by 20, that's right about where we want it actually. 20, 22, anywhere in there. I'm not trying to be too accurate because those are cheap, and it's not like we're planning this for the oats. So we're actually gonna move this back. To right there. So we're out at my place now with the Kuhn seed drill, and I calibrated the rear boxes for the alfalfa. Now on the guide, on the inside of the box, it specifically says it's just a guide. The highest that you can put down, it claims, for alfalfa is 23 pounds to the acre. I opened it all the way up and I got over 34. So I narrowed it down. I closed up the meters until I got 29, just over 29 bushels to the pounds to the acre. And now we can go ahead and start seeding. So we've got our monitors here. We've got our weight monitor, our scale to make sure that we're actually using up the seed. And we've also got our monitor for the Kuhn seed drill. I have the sensors for the rear box turned off so that it didn't beep at Travis when he was running it, seeding down the waterways. So we're gonna go back to the sensors and turn them back on. So I turned off the one that for when the seed drill's down and you're not moving, it'll beep at you to let you know that the drive wheel's not running, which, why not? Put on page 2. I'm gonna leave that other one off, and we're going to turn on that one. All right, I'm gonna start making the first lap around this strip that we're seeding down. Frequent question that I got asked last year is why we tilt it if it's a no-till drill. And the main thing with a no-till drill is that it's more like a feature than a requirement. So just because it's a no-till drill doesn't mean we can't plant seed into tilled ground. Now, where no-till really comes in handy are those guys who are using cover crops and are going in, especially like at the end of the year, and they want to no-till a cover crop such as radishes or winter wheat or a whole list of other crops. You can use this drill to follow up through without having to do any kind of tillage beforehand, and that's what these drills are especially good for. I should have remembered a bungee. So that's one of the design changes that they actually made with the newer units. Since this is number 001, they actually made a wire and hose management system up on the front to run it from the drill up to the tractor. It keeps it out of the dirt that way. I should have grabbed a bungee, but we'll have to remember that before we go and use it again. Well, we just finished. This is what we've got left for seed. But I'll be sure to keep you guys posted on how this comes up. Now, we'll take this back to the farm. We'll actually vacuum out the alfalfa seed. I think Travis said that he can use the oats yet. He wants to go down to the valley and he wants to spray off some clover that he's got down there and go through and no-till into it. So that might be interesting. We're gonna follow him down there and watch him do that when he does it, which is probably gonna be after planting. But now we can switch over and focus on corn and beans. So I'd say that we hit it pretty close on our mark. We'll go back and get the shop vac and vacuum all this out and store it for next year. It's been running pretty good for me. I haven't had any issues. And one thing that people had mentioned last year is whether or not you could take these coulters off on the front that makes it a no-till seed drill. And you totally can. There's only one bolt holding them in. They should just slide right out. So for us, that's probably what we would do. However, there is a circumstance like what we're going to be doing in our next video down in the valley for Travis, and that's no-tilling into the field down there because he wants to spray off the clover that's down there and plant reed canary grass and another mix. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all how farms work. And don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section. Tell me what you guys want me to make a video on. What do you want to see around the farm? I'll be sure to pick one commenter to win a How Farms Work hat. With that, I'll see you next time, guys.